Hello everyone, a very warm Eid Mubarak from me to you all. And first Eid, obviously, without my grandmother, it feels very different. It hits very hard, and you just have to accept the truth and the reality that she's no more with me. It was yesterday and went okay. Alhamdulillah for that, and hope everyone had a good Eid as well. I'm just gonna give a little update about life in general, how things are going. It's been one one and a half month, 1.5 month. Yes, so soon it's gonna be 2 months. I'm just gonna touch up a bit. I might need to go out to get some food, and I get my moment. I'm coming out of it, the sorrow, the grieving, but I still grieve. As in, I get my moment whenever I remember. I kind of get very emotional. More than emotional, I feel it's the memory kind of hits me hard, and I just get visions how I used to spend time with my gran, everything. My day used to start off with her, and it also used to finish with her. And that's just like everyday thing for me, and it was like that since I was born. Didn't know this, that I actually was raised by my grandparents. I did not have a mom, as in like she left me to my grandparents and to my dad. I was only 10 months old, so imagine it's just from birth. My grandmom, my granddad, my aunties, my dad's side's aunties, like say paternal aunts, they took care of me, they raised me. Mostly I'd say my grandparents raised me, because my aunts, one after the other, got married and they moved out. So from not only from the house that I was in, but also from my life, let's just say that's sad reality, because when one person starts their own family, starts having their own children, they're not gonna have that much feeling and time for someone else's child. Let's just be real. No matter how close that child is to you, it's just normal life, and there's nothing against them. They've been a really, really good aunt to me, more like mothers. But I feel my grandma was the one who was with me from day one. She did a lot for me, a lot of sacrificing, a lot of um, compromises, I shall say. She did my potty training, she did my potty cleaning, um, and then I we went to the next stage where she literally was weak and old, where she needed someone to take care of her, support her, care for her. And I kind of switched my roles, and I became her and she became me when I was little. And then obviously ever since then, I always lived with my grandmom, but we had more people in the house, like more family members. But slowly, some passed away, some moved out, some that started their own life, got in their own house. Just life went on, and then it just remained me and my grandma. So we changed home, just the two of us, and Alhamdulillah, the best time I had. I can't speak on behalf of my grand. Maybe I can, but I try not to. But from my side, I'd say that that 12 years with my grandmom in this new house that we shared was the best time of my life indeed, and that time I can never forget. It's always will be there in my heart and my mind. Um, and I just literally thank Allah that for giving me that opportunity, for for who I'm, you know, for giving me that opportunity to look after my grandmother till the day, to the very end. And I was able to do all that. I was able to be for her there. I was able to be there. Her last breath, last minute of her life. It's just like I'm so grateful. It's a very it's a very sad situation, and I do know a lot of people do like to run away from it, and I get it, because some people don't like being sentimental or emotional as much as some people they're okay, but they just like, and then we have different type of people in with people with different mentality. I'm not gonna say anyone's wrong or anyone who's right who's wrong, but sometimes people do say or come across very insensitive, and it's just one of those things that you can't do much about it. Just make your like distances, you know, if that helps. It's even difficult when you live on your own and then you still remain living there where your deceased person has lived. So I'm still living at my grandma's place. It's just me and my cats, and my brother does leave sometimes here and then, but he's got his own house, so he doesn't stay continuously. Like I said, loneliness is something that doesn't cure. Yes, I do get it. If you have to go out, socialize more, meet people, go to people's houses, blah blah blah, it helps. But in my case, I feel like if I meet with a lot of people, not a lot of people, certain type of people that I have a mostly majority, it's just gonna make me stress more and depress more. Instead, I rather would stay at home, spend my time with my cats, because that gives me more peace, I feel. And a lot of people mistaken, they sometimes think that because the majority of people when they lose their family members or loved ones, they go through depression, and it's just normal. It's postnatal, you know, depression when someone passes away, but does not mean that everybody will go through depression just because they are grieving, just because they're sad. It's normal to be sad. I mean, someone passed away, someone you loved, you adored, you spend your most of the day, your most of the time of your life with. It's not easy to just laugh and move on. It's not easy. It's easy to be sad, but it's not easy to be done. So just because they're sad doesn't mean that they're depressed. No, I'm not depressed because I've been to interviews or like that, job interviews, girl, I'm looking for a job. And in every interview, I'm not honest with that. I do tell about my case, my situation, my circumstance. And when they hear that and they go, "Oh, you're a very brave girl, you're a very strong woman," um, we couldn't tell that. If you hadn't told us, we wouldn't have guessed that your grandma just passed away. Because you seem so confident, you seem so mentally, physically, emotionally very strong. I do get my moments, but I can control them. I don't let them control my feelings, my emotion, my grief. I don't let them control me, but I control them. I do get my moments, and it does get hard at times. But when I'm committed to something, I'm focused, and I'm not depressed. And I will not let myself get into depression. I know for that. For that, my cats, I help them for that. Alhamdulillah for that. So that's that. So I would not consider myself depressed. Even my cousin thought that. The one who lived with me for a few days after my grandma passed away because the house was empty. Bless her. She's married. She's got in-laws, but she's literally spent time with me. She gave me that time, that quality time, and she was there being a support for me, which alhamdulillah for that. And I really was so thankful to her, and may Allah bless her and give her happiness. And she's also told that she did discuss it with me that you're gonna get you're gonna get depressed. I can see you're getting into depression. I'm like, no, I'm gonna stop myself. Even I didn't want to get into depression because I know how hard it is to come out of depression. I've been there, and yeah. So it's been almost like I said, today's 17, another 26th of this month is gonna be 2 months. I'm getting used to it, not completely yet. I talk to my grandma. It might sound crazy, but I can feel her in this house because she's been here. She's been living here with me. I'm still sleeping in my grandma's hospital bed because I feel like I can feel her more. No, I don't recommend people doing this, I know, but it's just one of those things that I find it calm and peace in. So I would continue. A lot of people would not agree, I know, because that is also a lead to depression, but trust me, I'm not going to be depressed, I know myself. And but I will move back to my room very soon. Um, yeah, everything, equipment my grandma was given, the social services will take them back, but they still haven't contacted me. I've informed them, but it will take some time, hopefully. And everything's just like big, just making a new start. Yeah, I need a lot of prayers. It's hard. It's hard, and I wouldn't say grandparents. I know not every grandchildren have this bond, a very close bond with their grandparents. But with me, like I said, my grandmother was not just a grandmother, or just she wasn't just a grandparent. She was my mom, she was my dad, she was my brother, she was my sister, she was my best friend, she was companion, she was there always in my good time, in my bad time. She's always been there with me. Everything I used to share with her, nothing, no secret, nothing I hid from her. So, there will be no one taking her place in my life for sure. I know that. That's sad. Um, in terms of, I do, like I said, I know, I'm aware of she's no more. She's not coming back because whoever goes to Allah's home, they don't come back. I am aware of it, I know, but I just don't like people, anyone in general, reminding me that she's not there. For example, when people come visit you, sometimes people ask, oh, they have not collected her equipment like her bed, her this, her that, toilet seat, toilet frame, and I'd be like, no, they haven't. But inside, I feel like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. Don't remind me that she's no more. It's not that I want to keep all her stuff. No, I don't need it. But it's just like it's just a reminder. I don't want that. I know deep down she's no more and she's not coming back. But these things kind of like it just hurts you and just reminds you of your pain that you're trying to avoid, not even forget, but avoid. So sometimes these things do affect, but it's not. I don't blame anyone because people don't realize sometimes that it can help hurt someone. But that's that. Other things, as in, you know, meet people, go to relatives' house, go to family members' house, go to friends' house. If one person is ready, or she or he feels that she will feel better communicate with people, he or she would do that. Um, but excessively forcing like you should go blah 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 blah. Again, kind of like it's not a good thing. It's just like pressuring, like okay, there is no you should. You probably can, or maybe that will make you feel better. Things like that, but not you should. So all that as well from coming from people, which is kind of doesn't, maybe obviously from their point of view, I can get it. The great thing is to make life easy for you, or that can ease, your pain. But to be fair, it's not gonna help that person, whoever the person is grieving. Um, just let it be. Let them be. That's all I would advise anyone. If you guys know anyone who's grieving or lost their loved one, try to avoid these things, because I know you're not trying to be insensitive or anything, but you do come across insensitive. So that's probably why they would try to distance from you, like make distance from you. So you wouldn't want that in you. Um, but that's that. Don't take it too hard. It's just that person is in a very difficult time. I'm in a very difficult time. Not everyone would understand. Only they would who have been through it. And like I said, people grieve differently. Everyone's different. We all are different individual. Nobody's same. Nobody's similar. Nobody's got the same situation. No matter how same it looks, but it's different for everyone. So all that. Just be nice, kind. That's all. That's all we need. Let's just all be human, and that's what we need. um there are people who are single, not married, unmarried, and they just say that they lose their parents, or like I said, in my case, my grandmom was like my mom, my dad, and there will be a lot of like advices, unwilling advices, like unnecessary, where you don't really need it, that get married or blah blah blah, they'll get you proposal. Good proposal is fine, no nothing wrong thinking about it, but when you have made yourself clear so many times that you don't want certain type of proposal for marriage or candidates, I think it's sad when your own people don't understand that. They keep giving you that type of proposal, and they want you to compromise, or I don't know why they think that you would compromise. If I was there to compromise, I would have been married long time ago. But I am actually, we all have a perspective. We all have um a list of, you know, description, like how we, what kind of partner we want. Yes, obviously the rest is up to Allah. We might end up getting married to someone maybe we never thought of we would, but that's different thing. But when someone is telling you, especially close people, like, okay, I'm not gonna get married to certain people, this type of people, so bringing them proposal, you're just making them feel worse about themselves. Because a lot of people, with me, I've got a lot of confidence in, alhamdulillah, but a lot of people do not have that much confidence in them, and they would think like, oh, am I not worth this, blah 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 blah. You know, there's so many things come across in mind, and it's hard. Another thing, if you're talking to someone, if you're seeing someone for marriage, and then, you know, sometimes people, I know guys sometimes joke around or say that, oh, it's better for you to get married now, time for you to get married now, find someone, blah blah. Bruv, what am I doing with you then? Obviously, I'm interacting with you. I'm getting to know you because I want to get married to you. Doesn't matter how clearly I'm saying it to you. Not maybe I'm not saying it in my mouth because you don't want to hear it. But deep down, that is not a joke. Don't say that you're joking, because that really can hurt that person. If you're not there to marry, just, you know, end it. Don't interact with each other. But you got to say it from your side. If you don't say it, it's just like a hope. I know you're not telling that person that I want to marry, I will marry you. It's not giving a hope, but still, okay, that person will be there, like thinking, oh, there's still a hope, scope. So things like that is very, very bad and insensitive again, and it's sad. Like, you know, don't play with someone's mind like that and heart like that, because that's really, really sad. That you're also like being part of breaking someone's heart like that, and breaking a heart and breaking a mosque is the same thing. You get sin for that as well. So bear in mind what you do, what you say. That's that really, and I know this video is getting longer, and just a little update about me. I will post an Eid video probably. I'm not gonna post anything with my mom, because my grandmom, because I'm not gonna put her in any of my videos, or those videos I have had her. I will make it private, but I will put her, probably she might be there, but her face would be covered, or I don't know. And that video was not yesterday, this Eid, it was the previous Eid, Eid ul Fitr, the Ramadan Eid, because that was the last Eid I spent with celebrated with my grandmom. That was one of my best Eid ever. Now I understand why that Eid was the best Eid for me, because we didn't go anywhere that day, but it felt like, even I said it in my video on my status or snap, I don't know, somewhere I said it, that it was just the best Eid ever I had. I really enjoyed. And now I get it why I enjoyed it, because it was my grandma's last Eid with me. Next Eid she's not gonna be there, and it was a sign from Allah. Here, have it, enjoy it with her, because there will be no more Eid with her. So that's that really, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for the lovely messages and a lot of prayers. Thank you so much for praying for me and my family. Inshallah, I'll see you in my next video. Allah Hafiz.